Welcome back, YouTube. Titan Fragrance Reviews coming at you with a tag video at this time. If you don't know what a tag video is, real simple. Other reviewers tag or mention other review channels in order to help get you exposure to other people, their opinions, get their takes. You know, we talk pretty regularly on different media forms, and it's to get their take on different, whether it's notes, whether it's houses, it's a number of things. Well, I was tagged by Mercy Sense. He's a channel growing like myself, brother from the other side of the pond. So I want to send a shout out to him. I'll send his link up here, or at least his picture, so you can go support him. He's got some great stuff. So thank you, my brother, for sending that out. I'm trying to do my best. And what they're doing right now is a 3x3. So it's 3 notes, and then you take of each note your 3 favorite fragrances, or 3 fragrances off that note. I'll get my tags out of the way first. I want to send for the continent that is as Texan as can be, is down in Australia. So Aussie Fragrance, you've been tagged 3x3. I'd love to hear what your takes are. Talk and review, also Aussie brother down there. Again, I'm trying to get their links up on here so that you can go support them. Great content. And then, of course, my brother from just down south, the Fragrance Fanatic, all have some great content. Go out there, support them. You know, we're all trying to do this for the passion, and you can really see it in the videos. And so, without further ado, I'm going to go with what I got. Start out with my first one. I'm going to pick Plum, which I don't have a whole lot to choose from on that, but the ones I do have, I have 2 that are just had to bring out, they make my list all the time. Still, I think hopefully something a little bit different, but then there's one that's kind of growing on me, even though on the review that I did earlier, which if you would go check it out, and I'll talk about that when I get to it, it'll be like my 3rd choice. And that you'll see in a second. But let's start with Plum. I'm gonna go with 1 Million Lucky. And I know some of you guys, some frag heads, may not like this, but I'm telling you what, 1 Million Lucky, the plum and the hazelnut just are really come off really well and off my skin. My wife absolutely digs it. I've yet to not get some positive response from different people, and not that I'm hunting it down, but they just always seem to comment this. And as you can see, it's got a pretty good amount of juice used up on that. And so, and trust me, with this many, if you're starting to put a dent, you're definitely using it up some. So first choice, definitely Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. On that same class, because it is a little sweet, on that same one, my boy Kevin from Sensual Obsessions, I kind of made my own bottle. I hope you don't mind. Of course, I've probably shown it before. This thing is their take on Andy Warhol. Now, Andy Warhol by Bond Number 9 is obviously discontinued, so if you're going to get a bottle, you're going to be dropping a pretty penny. I don't necessarily advise that. But Sensual Obsessions' take on it is gorgeous. It's definitely addicting. You spray it on. It is on the sweet side, so if you're not a sweet kind of guy, you ain't going to like this. But I'm telling you, this thing, everyone who I've had smell it has definitely loved it. Many have already gone and gotten their own sample or own purchase size of it. I can't rave enough about it. It is, like I said, just that. It's addicting. You spray it on, and I keep catching myself trying to smell it and smell it and smell it. Just an all-around gorgeous scent. Also, plum dominant. Great, great one. And my other one, we're going to go over here by Happyland. These indie houses, and definitely the leather and the plum on this, it's growing on me. You look at my review, it wasn't my cup of tea, but as I smell it and it's coming off a little better, it's just, maybe it's settling down, I don't know what, but it is starting to grow on me as far as a deeper, darker, it's definitely richer type of a scent. It's going to come off, it's a beast. It's going to push and project. So if you like that kind of beast mode fragrances, this is definitely the house. Has some great offerings. You can check. I did a review on that one. But it is growing on me quite a bit. But those would be my 3 plum. Now, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with leather, you know, because I think masculine, I think something that It's synonymous with just manlier scents, is that leather. And start out with a cheapie. I want to give you a chance to go through some. So my number 3, Curve Black. Okay, get it at discounters. Probably go to any of the discount like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, that type of stuff. Obviously, you could probably find it almost as cheap as you can, like Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, but really inexpensive. It is taking that DNA we all probably know from Curve and just added that leather in there and really toned it more to a leathery, manlier scent, in my opinion. Not as bright as the other one, but really inexpensive. It's really going to come off to me as a great beater fragrance. It's definitely going to get, my wife definitely loves this one. And what can I say? It's definitely the economical choice for some leather. Next, I don't have as much time with it, but I do like it. I think it really toned down the violet a bit, but added that leather smoothness in there. And it is just, man, it is very gorgeous. This is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Maybe a little harder to get, but I'm telling you, this is just a great, great scent that you still get somewhat of a little petrol-y note from that violet leaf, but you can smell that leather and it's just masculine. I think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Again, the only downfall might be a little harder to find, but I'm telling you, it is worth the find if you're into leather, and if you definitely like the original Fahrenheit, and you just or maybe you didn't, maybe that initial blast of that violet was a little too petrol-y. This is the one right here. It is gorgeous. Can't speak enough about it. And then my other one, I'm just hadn't done a review, so I won't spoil it too much, but this is Spirito Florentino by Tiziano Terenzi. And this thing, the bottle's gorgeous, but the scent, it takes that Baccarat Rouge 540, tones down the sweetness a little bit, adds that leather in there. Oh man, and it is gorgeous in my opinion. If you like Baccarat, you want some a little more manly, maybe something that's not as unisex as the Baccarat Rouge 540. This right here, absolute gem. But you gotta like that little bit of caramelized sugar or sweetness in it. But you throw in this leather and tone down that sweetness, and boy, this is going to be a gem for you if that's the scent profile you like. I'm going to go with Lavender as my next one. I'm a little older gentleman, so I think it's synonymous. The lavender can really come across as fougere type scent, that barbershop type of scent. So as far as old school, being old school myself, and many of y'all probably still, and I still think it works, I am looking for the intense one when I get a chance to pick it up, but Cool Water, okay? Oh man, this thing is just, for those guys from my era, and even now, I think it still could be worn now, no problem. Just gorgeous, inexpensive, so you can definitely find it. May not be the same beast it was from the 90s, but I'm telling you, gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Can't rave enough. I'm sure everyone's seen it. Probably everyone who is collecting probably has one of these, but one of my top picks. Then I'm going to go with these two, kind of run neck and neck. But let me start out with the Platinum Egoist. I think it's just a gem. It's one of the ultimate office fragrance. If you're in a suit, if you're dressed up, you want to seem sophisticated. It's just a very, very gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I think I love Egoist as well, but for more the modern time, less spicy. This is just clean man, businessman, CEO. You're made right here. So Platinum Egoist. And then of course I know my buddy over at Civilized Redneck, he already beat me to it, and I'm sure it'll make quite a few lists, and rightfully so. This is Zaharoff's signature pour-on. George is a great guy. I think people may think that he's just so nice that no one wants to do a bad review. Just like if I saw Aussie, I loved his review on his take on signature pour-on, how he wanted to find something wrong with it. but it was just, it's done quite well. It is blended and it has great depth, quality ingredients. So Zaharoff's signature pour on is a gem. If you can, and if you can find it when it's available, Nordstrom's, or go to his website or so forth, you will not regret getting a bottle. Especially if you love that fougere style, the lavender, this has incense, it just a gorgeous amount of notes. Go to the initial, there's tons of reviews, I'm sure by now, but definitely had to make my list. Genuinely scent, awesome frag right there. So y'all seen my tag. I appreciate your time. I know y'all could be watching so many different things, and I do value all y'all's support. Y'all keep supporting. That is great. Comment down below what y'all's are, who you'd like to see, any other content, if anyone in particular, certain video you want to see. I love the interaction, so go ahead and leave me a comment down below. And again, Titan Fragrance Reviews, wishing you a very blessed day. Thank you very much.